Presented by Mazda Quality Cars and Commercials and your local Mazda dealer.
Good morning and welcome to Channel 7's exclusive live telecast of the first Kangaroo Rugby League Test against Great Britain, which we'll be bringing to you in just a few moments from the Boothferry ground in Hull in England. Rex Mossop, of course, is on the scene to bring us the commentary, but here in our Channel 7 studios I have with me former Kangaroo tourist Jeff Gerard. I guess former tourist rankles a bit, Jeff.
Oh, you know, I had a good time over there. A lot of people thought I should have gone this time. I missed out. Well, good luck to the fellas that are over there.
Well, let's have a look at the fellas that are over there, the Australian team lineup for tonight's test. Would you have any argument with that lineup?
Well, no arguments. I think, you know, it depends how they've been going on tour. I think the selection of Leigh in the front row is going to be either a masterstroke or going to come down on him. And
it's not a position he's enjoyed playing in the past, is it?
Well, I know in the two seasons I've had at Manly, when he's had to fill in there, he hasn't really enjoyed it and he's not overly keen on it. But apparently he's had 2 games over there and he's not going too badly in that position. And the other one I think is possibly Rocket. He must have had a good game last time to get him in ahead of somebody like Muggleton and McCabe.
Well, of course, there was a lot of criticism about his selection, so he must have done something since he's arrived there to justify his position in the team.
Well, I reckon in his last game that they had against Wales, he produced a blinder, which clinched a spot for him. We'll find out today whether he was worthy of them.
Well, the Australians, of course, have won all 6 lead-up matches on the tour so far. And I was reading the other day an interesting statistic that on the only 2 or 3 previous occasions that an Australian touring team has done that, won all the lead-up matches, they've lost the first test. Yeah,
it's funny how these type of statistics always come true. I hope not today for the fellas that are over there, but history has a habit of repeating itself, and it could well happen today.
The Great Britain lineup. Now, some of these guys were going around before you even started playing rugby league, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a few of the old heads in there. I thought this time they go for the younger fellas because they've got a lot of talent over there. But they always stick to the tried and true fellas, and you know, there's a hell of a lot of them over 30 in that side.
Well, they've said that they're approaching this test like a boxing match, and that's the way it's going to be in the opening few minutes. Test matches against England are always tough and fiery in those opening few minutes. All matches are, but these guys have got a lot of craft and a lot of skill on their side, haven't they?
Well, yeah, they are crafty buggers. They realise that the Australian side's a pretty hot side, and possibly the way to beat them is to unsettle them and get them off their game. And I'd be surprised if they didn't try and do that in the first 10-15 minutes.
Now, the referee's going to play an awfully important role in this test, and they've picked a neutral French referee, Julien Rascanares.
Well, I've never had much time for the French referees. The time we were over there, they didn't give us a good time. The particular thing with this chap, he can't speak English, so I don't know how each side's going to interpret the rules and how he's going to get it across to them.
I bet he knows the 4-letter words.
Well, they all seem to know those words over there. When you say them, they penalise you and you get into a lot of trouble for them.
What's the clue for the Kangaroos tonight? From the moment the whistle goes, where do they go from there?
Well, I think they've just got to get their defence in order from the start, and is to bottle up their inside backs and create havoc around the forwards, around the edge of the ruck. And I think if their defence does stay tight, they'll come over the top. In most of the sides they've played early, you know, it's been pretty close at half-time and their superior fitness has come good in the second half. Well, I think that'll probably be the case today too.
Well, kick-off time is approaching over in Hull, and after this break, we'll be taking you to Rex Mossop. And as we take you now to Rex Mossop live in Hull for the first Kangaroo Test.
And welcome to Channel 7 Australia-England Test Party at the Hull City Football Club's ground, and I mean soccer ground, and a packed crowd here, and a typical north of England winter's day, with grey skies, a light breeze, no threat of rain as far as we're aware. Both sides are on the field. The captions have been up, but the sides are, as you will have seen, selected. The Great Britain side: Fairbairn, Drummond, Eric Hughes, Les Dill, Steve Evans, John Wood, Steve Nash, Jeff Grayshon, David Ward, Trevor Skerrett, Les Gorley, Leigh Crooks and Steve Norton. Stand by for the national anthem. I would suggest there are in the order of a couple of thousand Australians here to watch this game. Touring parties galore as we stand by now for the English national anthem. England crowd give vent to what I imagine is going to be a roar that will go around this ground all afternoon. To the hundreds of thousands of people at their parties in Sydney and New South Wales and Queensland, we welcome you to this telecast. There are a few pictures to be taken out of the ground now, and I'm under starter's orders for everybody connected with the Kangaroos. Let me enumerate what they've asked me to do. To all wives, children, parents, sweethearts, brothers and sisters. The Kangaroos are having a marvellous time, loving every minute of the tour. The hospitality they are having is tremendous, and they send you their very best regards and their love. It wasn't worth my life as a commentator not to have done that very early on. Barry Ross is beside me, and Barry, the Kangaroos have had an eminently successful start to this tour. 6 wins.
Yes, they certainly have, Rex. 172 points in that 6 wins and only 30-odd points against them. So they're travelling very, very well. And, of course, as we were both talking to Frank Stanton before the game, and he said this side, a lot of surprise in it, but selected on form.
Totally on form. It might be another little bit of interest to note that they've scored 40 tries to 4. That's an average of nearly 7 a match, 4, and about half a try a match against. Johnny Muggleton and Ella come from the field. Steve Ella, they're the reserves. And I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a little bit of hammer in this game. The referee, of course, is the Frenchman, Mr. Julien Rascagnier. Australia kicking into a light breeze, running from left to right. There's the hooter. The ball driven deep by Rogers. Drummond's going to get his first touch in a test match. He's a lead player and very, very fast. And a penalty, offside. A very dramatic posture the referee adopts to indicate 5 yards in the ruck. And Fairbairn's been called up to put this one down the popular sideline. Right up on the roof and down it comes. David Ward takes the tap and goes straight ahead. Runs into plenty of defence there. Steve Nash adopting the dummy half roll. Back on the inside to Grayshon. Jeff Grayshon, who played for Cronulla in Sydney. Ward, Nash. And now we see Les Gorley come into the action. He's from the Widnes club. Out wide it comes. Wood nearly puts it down. Sterling's around his legs. Knocker North, formerly with the Manly club. Backslammed heavily. He'll know all about Australian footballers. On the burst comes Les Dill, the centre from Leeds. Plenty of body contact at the moment. Nash. Out there it comes to Grayshon, the big prop standing wide. He's up and down. Playing midway between the Australian quarter and halfway. There's a penalty for offside. The referee, of course, is not bilingual. He's a Frenchman and he talks French. Offside in the three quarters against Australia, and what would be considered a pretty simple kick. Leigh Crooks, who's the 19-year-old baby of this England side, I believe the youngest forward ever to be selected to play for England.
Yes, he certainly is, Rex, and a great goal kicker over here. 118 goals last year and already 42 goals this year for Hull.
And here he comes round the corner. He's just inside the quarter, almost in front. There's the goal! And England leading by 2 points to 0. As the England side try to run the ball out from their corner, Australian forwards pouring in. Australian side have not had the ball yet. Ward. He's the hooker. Nash. Norton. Dummy. Looking to unload. He does unload. It's on the ground. Gorley, big love of the lad, play about 10 yards out from the England quarter. Back it goes for the relieving kick. That went to Wood. Kick's gone downfield. Oh! Grothe collided with Brentnall. It takes play to within a yard of the halfway line. Big Meninga, dummy half, England. Offside there, and also being told to be quiet. The signal could have been holding as well. I think he got him on the trifecta.
Yes, he certainly did. Big English prop forward Jeff Grayshon was penalised.
Brentnall, the large punt, gets that up on the roof of the stand too, goes into the crowd. And this is the first opportunity Australia have had with the ball. Out comes the ball rather belatedly. Craig Young on the burst from a Max Krilich pass, just inside the quarter now. There's Boyd. And Krilich again from dummy half. He's at about 9 yards out. Boyd, Sterling. Offside against England underneath the post virtually. And this will be a simple kick, one would think, for Meninga, who's kicked with a mixed bag as far as luck's concerned. He's frequently hit the uprights.
3 or 4 times, Rex. 15 goals, however, on tour, kicking at a percentage of about 64%, so the Australian side quite happy with Meninga.
Well, you can see the packed ground, the popular corner there over on that side on the left, and the big stand up the back. This is the Hull City ground. Here's a replay. And showing the offside position. It's a freeze frame there. Sterling, and he's got the backs and pointing to them. It was Steve Norton, the lock forward, who was judged offside. Meninga. Such a big roar on that occasion, but Australia are on level terms 2-all. That's finds Kenny. Kenny picked off there just outside his quarter. Krilich waving to his players. Sterling. There's Pearce. Balmain lock forward, who's selected on merit, they tell me, in the second row side. Where's Boyd? Finally loses ground. Sterling, chip through. Bounce of the ball. Australia regather. Should be 6 to go. pass out to Reddy. Reddy goes for the kick through. The chase is on. Fairbairn has it. And England in possession in their own quarter. Good tackle by Price right around the legs. And he's been penalised for tripping, I think. That was Grayshon he brought down. And there's the signal from the referee. Very explicit. We're commentating from about 10 feet above the ground, and it doesn't give you that bird's eye view looking down from a great height. I didn't see the trip personally. It is it's one of those things when you're at round about ground level, you get players superimposed. Now, Ward. Nash will go to dummy half, he frequently does. Dummy unloads the ball. It's on the ground. Still loose. And knocked on. Leigh Crooks came boiling through to get onto that. But the referee judged it to be a knock-on. 2-2 the score. Go round, says Mr. Rascagnier. Sterling win. I'll put that down as a definite Sterling scrum win, not a Krilich win. Now Price up the blind side. No, the dummy from Sterling. Norton the tackler on the halfway. Reddy takes it up. And Reddy will be, the name of Reddy in the Australian side will be a surprise to many because he had what was a fairly ordinary season for him last year, but he selected on merit. Pearce showing his strong body there, knocked Ward right out of the way. Krilich, Sterling, Price, the dummy, evades 1, 2. A typical Price run.
Just weaving and bobbing and the spinning.
And Price holding the Englishman down on top of him, looking for a penalty there. And Brentnall goes for the bomb. It's not gone very far, not a great kick. Kenny went high for it. England come up with possession through Leigh Crooks, local idol here. Two all after around about 11 minutes. Norton, Nash, Grayshon being given a little bit of room to run there.
Already Les Boyd is starting to open warfare with the two English props, and that's what that's for.
And Grayshon is showing some trouble with the leg. He's to his feet. He did have a terrible knee injury when he was in Australia.
That was Cronulla, yes. There's been a lot of heavy body contact already here.
Trying to find touch. Has he? Oh, it's a long one. That was a mighty kick from Fairbairn. Australia right on defence now. Only about 7 yards out from their line. Ward. Driven backwards. Good strong defence. Now Les Boyd. He's driven back, unloads it to Reddy. Reddy throws the dummy and gets it out towards the 10-yard line. Krilich goes for a little sprint. Very much safety first football, and Norton being penalised for knees. The referee very explicit with his signals.
Just those French signals. Don't know what they mean some of the time.
The England side have had 4 penalties to Australia's 2. There's only been one decided scrum, and Australia have won it. Brentnall kicking into a breeze that may have freshened a little bit in the last 5 minutes. Krilich, Craig Young. Sterling moves out to a wider position. He gets it. Pearce comes on the burst, but the studs let him down. Now Sterling. Les Boyd. Sterling. Grothe, loosed it. a bad run-around move between the two Parramatta men that didn't come off. Nash, close on the burst, and that's the young 19-year-old Crooks. Nash. Leigh Gorley. Bryce the tackler. Dill. Nash. Grayshon. Pumping forward. Pass away. Krilich has it. A dive and caught it before it hit the ground. Sterling. Kenny. Managed to get his pass away. Brentnall. Rogers at dummy half. Strong running out there and strong defence too. The crowd love it. Again, the referee intervening and giving the penalty to Australia. Offside inside the 5. The sweeping motion with the arm indicates he requires them back that 5 metres. Packed atmosphere here at the Hull City ground. I would estimate the crowd to be well in excess of 20,000.
It's only the third test that's been played in Hull, Rex. The first at this ground, but the third in Hull overall. The last test here was in 1929, and Australia have won both tests.
Meninga, 5 yards or so in from the sideline, kicking across the breeze.
Notice the sand boy in that trim out there was Manly's Ray Brown for Australia.
Some boy. That's the quarter line in front. He's about 5 yards in from the sideline. The breeze will be blowing directly across the flight of his ball. Aim it at the left hand upright, one would expect. Well, the loud roar proclaimed that it was unsuccessful. So the score remains 2-2. Restarts with a drop. Brentnall. Good run back to halfway. Krilich waving to his men. Craig Young. Meninga. Through the first tackle. Unloads out to Grothe. Grothe loses the ball. And that's the second occasion he's been responsible for a drop ball. Come up with possession now. 10 yards inside their own half. Crooks standing wide. Ward, Nash, Grayshon, back to Dill. Plenty of defence there. Ward, Nash. Strong. Trevor Skerrett. Well, there's Gorley, I'm sorry. There's Ward again. He frequently runs from dummy half, and that's the 6th. It's only been the second scrum of the match. And a penalty. Trying to determine the signal using the elbows, is it?
Loose arm, perhaps.
It's not a loose arm signal, not as we know it, but the penalty goes to England from that set scrum. Now they by far had the better of the game territorially in the opening 16 minutes. Wood and Kenny, the 2 5/8s, are of almost identical physique. Put them in reverse jumpers, they could be playing for the other team. England. Leigh Crooks. Nash there at dummy half. Out to Norton. Up the blind side. Makes a bit of an inroad. and about 5 yards out. He's a noted ball player, Norton, and has great ball skills. Crooks. England players handling the ball pretty well. Ward again from dummy half. The crowd yelling at them to unload the ball. Nash on the inside to Grayshon. A clever flick. Last tackle coming up. Nash, the captain, doing a lot of talking. There it is, wide. It's on the ground, and that's the end of the section. Plenty of defence. Rogers and Meninga. Hit Hughes. No, it wasn't Hughes, it was Wood.
He didn't get a good pass, so he couldn't continue to move. He was lucky to just fall on the ball.
Well, the crowd were very agitated, wanting the Englishman to move the ball there early on. Australia in possession. Price chops back on the inside, just outside the quarter. 2 scrums, Australia have won. Pearce. Plenty of acceleration. Ball stolen. And the referee is going to allow that as a legitimate steal. And one would have thought the player had been tackled and was in possession. Grayshon knocked down. Sterling being told he must retire. That penalty count now is up to 6-3. Fairbairn's kick into the grandstand. Fairbairn, who was, I think, transferred for a fairly large sum of money.
Yes, he was. He's been a good player for England and Hull Kingston Rovers. I think the fee was about £72,500. That's over $100,000, well over.
Now Ward goes from dummy half. He wouldn't be the fastest hooker in the world, this fellow, and he's involved in a lot of their moves. And to me, it's a little bit self-defeating. Nash, the ball on the ground. Trevor Skerrett couldn't handle it. Australia come up with it. Brentnall boiling up the middle. Good tackle from Nash, right round the bits. Krilich, Craig Young, Pearce. Beautiful pass there to Kenny. Kenny's got into the clear. He's up towards halfway. Good break. It's the first clean break of the match. Krilich, Sterling, Rogers. Rogers, over halfway. Take your power of pulling down. There's Boyd. Boyd through the first tackle. Krilich. Sprint there to Reddy. Reddy throws a long pass out to Craig Young. A long blobby pass. It's gone out to Pearce. It's now out to Meninga. Meninga pushes still off, and he's going to score. And it's a great try. And Leigh still was made look a champion. No, on that occasion, Reddy high on Meninga. Meninga struck him out of the way. We'll see a replay. Australia 5, Great Britain 2. Here's the move again. Craig Young up the inside. That long lobby pass. Lesdell had it tossed over his head, number 4. Out it went there to Australia's number 11, Pearce. Then out to Meninga, who had Boustead in support. Look at the handoff. Dill should be shot for not going low on a man the size of Meninga. And a kick attempt there by Fairbairn. And the perspiration flows from Meninga. Well, that was just a case of David Goliath.
He's done that a lot over here on tour. The big Queensland policemen and the English backs have not looked forward to tackling him at any time.
Well, an international back should know where to tackle a man of that size. He's 15 stone plus, and he's very quick. You don't go around the waist or the chest on a man that size. You go in low.
Both links together, Rex, or one at a time?
Either way, so long as he goes down. 2 yards in from the sideline, 5 yards out from the quarter, into the breeze. Struck it well. It's fading, but not enough. So Australia lead by 5 points to 2. To run now, the Australians. Some of Australian forwards are going 7, 8, 10 yards now on the run. Kenny steps. Play midway between the English quarter and halfway. Krilich, Sterling, elects to kick. It's not going to find touch in goal perhaps. And a restart from the quarter line. And Sterling says, well, I misjudged that one. Probably the bomb would have been a better ploy there. I think somebody else has told him that because he just shook his head in agreement. Ward. Trevor Skerrett, who's not been sighted very much in this match so far. Bad play the ball, facing sideways. Grayshon, who's been a pretty active player. Ward. Nash. Plenty of defence there, as you can see, coming in hard and strong on Les Gorley. Crooks, Price right round the boots. Ward, Norton. Lost the ball. No, he didn't. Lord Sterling is stolen from him. It's Fairbairn coming up with the kick ahead. It's not a bad one. Well taken though by Kenny. And Kenny smartly brings it back to halfway. Reddy, Sterling, Brentnall on the board. Krilich, Craig Young, Reddy. He's been standing wide and has created a bit of havoc. Krilich, Sterling, steps, weaves, nicely, up to the corner. Beautiful pass to Rogers. Rogers away to Kenny. Kenny gets the pass away to Boustead. Boustead on the run round to Pearce. Pearce can score. Gets it back inside to Boyd. And Boyd's in for a magnificent try. Oh yeah. What a try.
Wayne Pearce on the sideline. Still looks like he's in bad trouble.
And there's one of Australia's well-known rugby league supporters, Murray Nichols, and he's a Balmain supporter, but he's over here cheering Australia on. Pearce down injured at the moment. A try, a magic effort by Australia. But here's the man that initiated it, Peter Sterling, with that weaving, dummying run. From that point on, a try was always on, so long as the passing was correct. Rogers carried it on magnificently. Kenny was caught, but still managed to unload a pass of sorts, which Boustead cleverly gave to Pearce on the wraparound. Pearce, well, watch what happens to him. It was a fairly late tackle. Boyd gets the pass on the inside. An elbow in the head for Pearce. And Australia surge away. Now Meninga. 8 points to 0. Attempt from Meninga, just inside the quarter, 12 yards in from the sideline. Both Ella and Muggleton been sent out to warm up, the two reserves, have they? Meninga's kick. There's a goal, almost right over the top of the right-hand upright. That results in a 10 points to 0 lead for the Australian side. 10 points to 2. Magnificent grass on this ground. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. Kick off. Sterling knocks it back infield, picks it up, gives it to Boustead. Boustead out to Kenny. Kenny tries his footwork and does it beautifully, beats Nash. Up towards halfway, Wood the tackler. Krilich still waving his arms, indicating he wants his men to come up. Boyd. Legs picked up by Crooks there, up to halfway. When do we get to a penalty stage? He gets up and plays it. Pass knocked down, Sterling. Play on, says the referee, rush back down. Reddy, a long lobby pass out to Boustead. Back inside to Meninga. Meninga, the terror of the Englishman. Norton tries to reef it from him. Reddy takes the tackle on the halfway line. 10 points to 2. Australia lead. Krilich goes for a sprint. About a 9-metre game. Sterling now dummy half. Craig Young close to the ruck, changes the direction. Brentnall there. Last tackle coming up. Referee waving England back. Sterling. Stunner and a run. Meninga. Bad pass picked up by Reddy. Reddy out to Rogers. Rogers out to Grothe. Grothe's up the sideline. He's flying and he returns. Scrums decided in the match so far. Australia have won both. Nash defeat for England. Referee having a bit of trouble with this one. Another penalty. I think he's indicating that's a loose arm. That signal against Krilich. The penalty count is now 8-3 in England's favour. A gain of about 18 metres. Fairbairn the man. Breeze just a fraction stronger than it was at the start of the match. Australia should have the benefit of it in the second half. Now the crowd are getting a bit restive with Ward, or the tactics of the England side with Ward taking the tap and just running up to the Australian forwards.
Well, they know that they've got two very, very pacey wingers. This Drummond and Evans have scored a lot of tries for their clubs, and they're not seeing very much of the ball ranks.
There's a penalty against Australia for inside the 5. Now the kick will be taken by Fairbairn. Let's see if Ward takes a tap and charge at the Australians from the restart. Good kick. 2 tries and 2 goals to Australia, a goal to England. 10-2. Crooks is about 11 yards out from the Australian line. Nash, Norton, Nash the run around selectively. Out to Gorley. The English fans beside me are calling for their backs to be given the ball. Trevor Skerrett. Either Drummond or Evans have seen much of the ball. There it is on the ground. Little knock on, the referee says.
That's English second row Les Gorley being treated by the English trainer.
And the referee indicating that he wants the scrum just over here. Pointing, dragging them with him. He was a front row, a hooker, I'm told the referee in France, so he'd know a little bit about the engine room. Well, whose is that? Well, it's an Australian ball, an England ball. Nash has come round, fallen on the Australian side of the scrum. Amazing. Wood, good side-stepping run. Held but let go. Now the England crowd getting behind their team. Wood. Nash. Looks out there for Grayshon. Fires him. Skerrett belted to the ground. The Australian defence outstanding at this stage.
Grayshon was arguing with his teammates then to keep the play going out wide.
Norton. Chopping and coming back inside. Not very productive.
He's got Wayne Pearce, I think, for a kick.
Pearce going to be spoken to. Let's watch the referee. He gives dramatic signals. I don't know how he's going to do this. He says next time you're off, you can tell that that was the indication. The penalty goes to England directly in front. Pearce appeared to come over the top of the player that was on the ground. About 7 minutes to go. Australia leading 10-2. That could be well 10-4 after this kick. Crooks. And that's successful, so that scoreline diminishes. And they've pulled them back by the odd point. 10 points to 4, Australia lose. Here's a replay of the incident. Now watch Pearce, number 11. Yes, well, that's the reason he's tripped over the fallen player. Now the referee right on the spot, we can't argue with that. His foot came in contact with the Englishman's head, albeit accidentally. Is Drummond having his second touch of the ball in 36 minutes? Vigor up the middle, Trevor Skerrett. Ward, Nash, Grayshon looking to unload, 10 yards from halfway. Norton, nice shoulder, unloads well to Crooks. Gets the pass away, but he was tackled straight away, was Wood. Reddy holding on. Ward, Nash. Get off him, says the referee. And just appears to me to be too many forwards handling the ball on this England side before it gets to the backs. Nash driving it deep. Boustead may get to it. He does. Knocks it back in the field of play, and Boustead then, Brentnall then knocked it dead. Boustead a little bit disgusted, I think. He made a great sprint to keep that in. That's a new stand construction there at the back, which is going to be another adjunct to this ground. Well, it just restarts from the goal line. This will be Steve Evans' first touch of the ball. He's tackled well by Craig Young. Ward again. Nash. Skerrett. Nash again a dummy half. Run around move work there. Playing inside the Australian quarter. About 3 minutes to go to half time. Norton out to Wood. Out to Hughes. Out to Fairbairn. Tons of defence there. As across came Les Lloyd. England still moving it. Les Hill. Ball on the ground. Play on, says the referee. Fairbairn picks it up. And that's the 6th. First bit of three-quarter line football we've seen from England, Barry.
Crowd loving every moment of it too. They want to see more of it.
Penalty to Australia. Feet up. Against Ward. The tap taken quickly by Sterling. Caught Mr. Rascagne a little bit by surprise. Reddy. It's a fairly solid handling there by Skerrett. And response. Krilich. 10 yards from halfway. Dill calling to the sideline about something. Ray Price evades 1 tackle, 2, 3. Remarkable player, this fellow. On the blind side goes Sterling. That's an offside play against Australia, quite lightly. Good decision by the referee. Australian player touched the ball when he was behind, when he was in front of one of his teammates. Sterling and I think Kenny were involved in that, or Brentnall perhaps.
English lock Steve Norton being treated by the English trainer for what looks to be a thigh or a top leg injury.
Fairbairn. He's got a kick as big as Brentnall, this fella.
Yes, either one of them could put the ball in the North Sea from here.
There's a replay of this incident. Sterling, you'll see, actually handles the ball and then is touched by the other Australian coming through on the far side. It was Les Boyd. Important last couple of minutes here now for the England team. Crooks. Listening to Hughes. Hughes weaving his way forward. Formerly with the Canterbury club in Manly, aged about 33. Change of possession there. Grothe picked it up. Crooks lost it. There was a tackle there that I thought might have brought a penalty by Australia. Tripping type of tackle. He's weaving. Wouldn't take it. There's Les Boyd up the middle. Gets up close and forward. Still going. Australia in a good attacking position now. Krilich. Player there tackle without the ball by Woods. He's stolen the ball.
As Krilich appeared to lose the ball in the tackle before that, Sterling went to dive on it.
Penalty against Craig Young. Get off the tackle player. The tackle player being Trevor Skerrett. With little time now to half-time.
Yes, it's almost on half-time.
They don't have a time clock here. Two balls on the field at the moment. And there's the half-time hooter with the scoreline. Australia 10, England 4. The try scorers for Australia have been Meninga and Les Boyd, and the 2 goals to Meninga from 4 attempts. The 2 goals for England have come from Leigh Crooks. We'll be back with you shortly, and in the meantime, we'll take this commercial break.
For Australia, and doing it pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I think they're doing it reasonably easily. I think in the second half they'll even get better, and even towards the end of that half, the Englishmen were starting to walk, and I think it'll show more in the second half.
Yes, about mid-stages. Let's have a look at some highlights while we talk. By the middle stages of this first half, the Englishmen, I think, were really starting to hurt. And their first points coming here from Leigh Crooks about 4 minutes into the first half with a penalty. Australia inside the 5 there. But Meninga quickly levelled up for Australia after 7 minutes. The same infringement on Great Britain's side, this time inside the 5. And Meninga made no mistake to make it 2 points all. For Australia, who stands out?
I think Wayne Pearce, Max Krilich and Meninga are going very well. Pearce is running
Pearce,
the ball.
yeah, wasn't that really solid stuff there, although he got upended at that point.
He's a tough rooster, he can handle.
Yeah. Another penalty. What do you think about the French referee?
Well, a couple of times he's got him for inside the 5 when the ball hasn't been going that way, I suppose. But he has kept a good 5, and at least they're getting them apart, and some good football coming from it.
Okay, still 2 points all at this stage. Meninga missing that penalty from wide out. Steve Rogers plays the ball. Les Boyd. We really haven't had an opportunity, much of an opportunity to see him, how he's performing in the front row.
Yeah, there haven't been too many sets scrum.
And those that have been resolved in unused. Now, here we go. Here goes big Meninga, powering his way over for the first of Australia's tries. That was after 21 minutes. Craig Young, as you saw, got the pass away. Here we go. Lobs it up. Wayne Pearce coming through. Exactly the right position. Shrugs off a tackler. Gets the pass away to Meninga. And Meninga, no need of any assistance at that point. Shrugs off one attempted tackle and goes over for Australia's first try. No conversion. Just to the side of the posts. And there we go. Well, pretty good effort, Meninga. By geez, been great on this tour, hasn't he?
Well,
in this test match.
He's a big fella, and you know the Englishmen don't like playing against big fellas like that, and they just haven't been able to contain him.
Here's this great second try too, Les Boyd.
Some of the tackling's been from the English centres has been dreadful, and Wayne Pearce is involved in that try again. Just shows you how good a game he's going. Australia a bit fortunate here that the ball sort of went to ground that came their way, and quick thinking by Boustead onto Pearce, and the try's a result. And he got a nice elbow in the ear for his...
Yes, that was one instance that the referee didn't pick up. That made it 8 points to 2 Australia. Meninga squeaks inside the post this time for 10-2, and that was after 27 minutes, and the Great Britain players really were starting to hang off more and more at this stage, starting to feel the bruises a bit, I feel. Eric Grothe down the sideline, but just unable to keep inside the line.
I think the Englishmen, when they get into an attacking position, they've tried a lot of the runarounds, and the ball's gone the ground too many times for them. They haven't been able to sustain enough pressure on them, and they're letting the Australians out of the 25, and when they get the ball up, the ball runners are making a lot of yards, and I think the English forwards are found wanting a bit, you know. Yeah,
penalty against Wayne Pearce there for an alleged kick to the head of an English player. In fact, tripped over him, but that made it 10 points to 4. Leigh Crooks getting the additional 2 points for Great Britain there. 10 points to 4. The half-time score in favour of Australia. We'll be returning you to Hull and to Rex Mossop very shortly. Boothferry Park in Hull for this first test between Australia and Great Britain. In fact, it's just been announced, 32,500 as we return to Rex Mossop for the second half.
Okay, thank you, Channel 7 in Sydney, and here we are back at the Hull City Football Ground with the band, the marching band out there making music and some marching girls, a la Sydney Rugby League, and a very good display it's been too. But getting back to the football, I think both Barry and I, watching closely, have been of the opinion that the Australians took a little bit of a time to settle down, and thank heavens that band stopped. Yes. Oh, thank heavens. That was pretty loud. And
well, you were saying, Rex, that they didn't have settled down too early, but they didn't have much of the ball very early either, did they?
No, they did not. Let's just go through the statistics of the game, the errors and the whole lot, so you get an idea of the way the thing is. The penalties at this stage at half-time, 10-4 in favour of England. Let me just preface that remark by saying we believe, both of us, that the referee has been eminently fair, a little bit different some of his rulings insofar as hand signals, but nobody in here thinks that he's one-sided or the other. The scrums, there have been only 3 decided scrums. Australia have won 2, or should I say Peter Sterling has won 2, and England have won 1. Yeah. The try scored by the Australians, the one with the lead-up work from Sterling finally going to Boyd, was a magic try, and I hope it came over as well in the commentary when we called it as it looked here, because it's just a magnificent thing to see live on the ground. A beautiful try indeed. Further statistics of the match, the errors are at 6-all. Eric Grothe's had a little bit of an uncomfortable time on the wing. He's put out a couple of passes today.
Put the ball down twice, but he did make one run along the sideline. Rex and Drummond, who there is some talk over here, is a bit suspect in defence, very, very quick, but suspect in defence, got across and put him into touch. Getting back to that referee, 1 point about the referee is allowing both sides to hold the players down far too much, I feel, in the play of the ball. It would be much better if we could get them off the ball quicker. Here come the teams back on the field now and ready for the second half.
We'll look for replacements and see if anyone's been replaced. At this stage, the England side is as it was.
Yes, I would have thought that they may have considered replacing Grayshon, who has had some trouble with the knee during that half, but he's back out there now.
Now here comes the Australian side, led by Max Krilich, Steve Rogers, Ray Price, Pearce, Sterling, Grothe, Young, Brentnall, and Reddy, then Meninga, Boyd, Boustead and Kenny. The 2 reserves, Muggleton and Ella, walk out and seat themselves beside the field. Alf Richards walked out there too. The referee now, low-key, nice to see, coming on after the players, as indeed it should be in Australian Rugby League. Well, we're set for the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the Australian reserves get a run at some stage. Not that anyone on the Australian side is playing badly, but we shall see. The kick-off, Sterling. Boustead involved. Tackle just outside his quarter. Long pass, Price took that well.
just
10 yards out from the quarter.
Just as we're watching this half, there's two former all-time great players sitting with the English side. Roger Millward, now coach of the whole team, and Malcolm Riley.
Boustead served the ball out towards halfway, comes back on the inside, unloads it. Australia doing their best now to keep it alive. Sterling picked off well round the ankles by Nash, who's done a lot of tackling for England. Penalty against England inside. Makes the penalties 8-5 in England's favour. 10-5 in England's favour. Now Brentnall, with the benefit of the breeze, will show Fairbairn, I think, that he's got a pretty big kick too. And it's a nice drop punt. Takes play up to the quarter. England's end. Right, now the Australian side. Krilich. Crisscross move work. Craig Young. Brentnall looking on the inside. Boyd's there. Unloads now. I think that was Reddy that got that one. And Price. Now Boyd goes for a surge again. Right overcast. Krilich. Sterling. Craig Young. Sterling. A little bit of shepherding. Quite definitely penalty to England. No argument about that. Good decision. Too many Australian players trying to get involved in the movement. Oh, Fairbairn slews that a little bit off the side of the boot. And it's a gain of about 15 yards. Trevor Skerrett, 10 yards out from his quarter. Pearce and Reddy, the tacklers. Nash. Is that fella Les Gorley again? Ward. Norton, little stutter. Nice pass there. Hughes leaves it behind. Drummond has it. Ball on the ground. Grothe's away. Groth will score in the corner, I think. Fairbairn won't get to him. Yes, he does. It's a try anyway, is it? Wanted a try, and Fairbairn doesn't like it. Interesting to see on the replay. Grothe was like lightning swift on that loose ball. Hughes was the man that dropped it. And Australia surge away in the opening stanza, 13 points to 4. Now here's the play. Not from the breakdown, unfortunately, because Grothe's already got the ball in his hands, but Drummond had made a meal of it, and Hughes. Grothe picked up the dregs. Fairbairn came at him. The tackle was reasonably effective, and to me, his momentum appears to have carried him into the end goal. Whether we'll get a head-on shot of that, it might be a little bit more illuminating. Certainly he was travelling like the wind. His momentum, according to the referee, was sufficient for him to get into the end goal without a double movement. Meninga, number 5. Struck that well, looking good, right over the black dot. If there were one, so I was trying to go further ahead. Now here's the ball again, but in Grothe's hands from the head-on shot. It was a bad pass given to Hughes. He left it behind. Drummond made a meal of trying to pick it up. The pace of Grothe, Fairbairn's tackle to try to restrain him. Now he's brought down well short of the line, but the momentum appeared to carry him over.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. It was a fair try. His momentum, he bounced twice and he's over.
Well, let's go back to the action. Oh, Price puts it down. You won't see that too many times. And Australian scrum feed now. Have it again. Nash came up with it. 15 points to 4. And they get the ball from the scrum. Wood. Not going anywhere with Kenny. Nash unloads. Push forwards a little bit predictable. Trevor Skerrett there, in my mind, has not used the ball as well as he could have on occasion. Grayshon unloaded well. There's Gorley. The crowd really getting behind this England side now. As Norton comes away, weaves his way well back, but Price was there to put him down. Ward. Skerrett. Ball on the ground. Knees in the back there for the Australian player. Kenny, who fell on it. Pearce. Reddy. Rogers. Came back infield to avoid selling Grothe a dump. I think an England player down with knee trouble at the moment. It's yes, Crooks. Krilich. Reddy. Now Liz Boyd. Straight and hard. Up to the halfway line. Sterling. Switching it across the ruck. And caught. Took a little bit too long to do it. Krilich. Rogers, incisive, unloaded. Out it goes to Meninga, then out to Boustead. Boustead's on the fly, comes back on the inside, back to Meninga. Australia using that ball very well, that's the 6.
Looks like England are about to make a replacement. Number 15, David Heron from Leeds, preparing to go on.
It's Leigh Crooks getting a sympathetic round of applause. Australia back in possession now. As Roger Millwood wheels Crooks from the field. Brentnall on the burst. Lobby pass back on the inside, it's forward. The referees judged that pass to Price to be forward. Brentnall was incisive. Made a great inroad. Some of the comments says Brentnall going up the sideline, a long lobby type pass that we can't tell from our position here. The referee was right beside it and he was well positioned to see that it was forward. Difficult situation for a French referee to be in this game because he's not an Englishman. In terms of language, he talks his own home country language and can't converse with the players and tell them what's on or what he wants. Grayshon. Replacement player Heron on for Crooks. Wood running around there in a circle. Crowd getting a little bit irate at the England side's inability to move the ball.
Yes, again, with these particularly speedy wingers, it's a wonder they haven't tried the short
Grayshon, pass on the inside. Taken by the replacement Heron. He did very well to take that too. Nash, Norton, Wood, all he does is prop and come back in. Yes. Easy meat for the Australian forwards. And Nash having a little run. Oh, and a heavy body check there by Meninga. That didn't do Les Gorley a whole lot of good. Must be awful for a forward to be tackled by a back who's bigger than him.
There's not too many players on the field that are bigger than Meninga. Maybe Craig Young's a little heavier, but even that's doubtful.
It's an England scrum win. Heron comes up with the ball. He's the replacement. There's still a dummy half. Trevor Skerrett, the crowd yelling, move it, move it. Penalty going to England against Kenny for failing to let the tackle player go. Fairbairn. It's a very good kick indeed. That's only 18 yards out. Now the crowd, 32,500 at this test, and they are in every vantage point want this England side to score. They'll need to do it soon. 15 points to 4. Nash, Grayshon, heavily black slam, and has lost the ball. Australia in possession. Ray Price comes up with it. Boyd tackled straight away. Boyd and Grayshon having a little mismatch there. Grothe, Australian winger, coming midfield, as he did with such telling effect for Parramatta last year on numerous occasions. Peter Sterling. Young, Reddy, selectively out to Brentnall. Rogers leaves it behind. Ball over the sideline. Alf Richards, the Australian trainer, coming out to check a player.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, get your mind about the score. The
5 minutes in the sit bin to Max Krilich. 5 minutes in the sit bin. Keep a note of that time, Barry. So Australia go around, and Ward's off too for 5 minutes. Both the hookers set off for repeated scrum infringements, one would think, although I don't believe either of them have been singled out for penalty. Ray Price, beautiful pass to Grothe. Grothe up the sideline. Fairbairn's got him. The pass taken to Kenny. Kenny's going to go away. Kenny's caught by Drummond. The crowd are electric here. That was a great tackle. Grothe's into play again. Comes right across the field after his great run up the wing. Brentnall a dummy half. Sterling, Rogers. Rogers doubles around and goes back himself, straightening it up. And he's not far away, only the bare yard. Price, Sterling, Price, in for an easy one. As soft as you please. The Parramatta connection. Ray Price, 18 points to 4, Australia lead and going away. And here's the replay. It's a very conventional run-around move. It went out with straw hats and button-up shoes, but they still scored tries from it. Against defence like that, you can't score tries. The lead-up to that try, of course, was the beautiful pass by Price to Grothe back on their own quarter, where he sucked the defence to him, gave a magic pass. Grothe's great sprint up the sideline, the in-pass back to Kenny, the diagonal run from Kenny, all Parramatta players we're talking about, and then the run-around from that little bit of play after Rogers had intervened. Meninga, number 6. Easy, 20 points to 4. Sterling takes that. Now Les Boyd, whose card holds up the middle of this England pack today on a number of occasions. Price, Craig Young, change of direction, pass knocked down, picked up by Price, no 6 to go. He keeps a big 5 yards, that's to my mind about 8 yards. Price again from dummy half, turning the Englishman around. Reddy, Sterling, Kenny, Rogers. Held and let go, back on the inside to Kenny. Kenny to Boustead. Boustead there. Oh, magic football by Australia. The three quarters are tearing them apart. The speed of the passing. But the man defence again when Rogers was apparently held and let go. Australia 23, look at this. Steve Rogers. Well covered there. And held and gets through the Dill tackle and still manages to get a pass away to Kenny. Boustead comes inside the defender, Fairbairn. His acceleration was too much for Dill. Really, they're starting to pour on now, the Australians. The crowd loving it, even though they're wanting their side to do better.
Here come the two Sydney players back on the field. Krilich is already out there, but the Englishman Ward is yet to appear. Here he comes now.
Now Meninga, there's Ward back on the field. Seventh attempted goal by Meninga. He's been successful with 4. Now that one too. So the scoreline now becoming an embarrassment. Meninga notches another goal. Here's a head-on shot of that try, Rogers. I've got nothing to say any further about the Dill tackle. An international that can't put his man down, but he's got 2 hands on him. Shouldn't be in a national team. Boustead will beat any man given a bit of side space as he did then. From the kick-off, with Australia 25, Great Britain 4, Australia in possession. Sterling and dummy half. The forwards have done the damage and the backs have run light for Australia. Come on! Krilich, Sterling, Young, Pearce, bust right through. Lovely pass to Kenny. Kenny's going to go in. It's rather pathetic. It's rather pathetic to see an England side disgrace itself like this. But how great are some of these young men performing in the green and gold today. They are making this England side look like tyros. It's a rather pathetic sight to see that sort of offence. Wayne Pearce, everybody's known his talent when he's come on a pace on this tour. Watch the move again. Comes tearing through defence that was paper thin. The young man looks around, listens for the call, and look at that defence from Drummond, really. An international week 3/4. My God. Well, Meninga now will be getting a tired foot from kicking at goal. This is attempt number 8.
Already 11 points. Meninga's got 50 points on the tour.
Ray Brown getting himself on camera there. Just inside. He's the sandboys, Ray Brown. So the Australian side now going through the motions, it seems, of cracking this England defence almost at will. 2 tries in about 2 minutes.
Yes, I was thinking in the first half, Rex, that this game had done it.
Here's the replay, head on. Pearce, beautiful pass to Kenny. Just look at this attempted tackle from Drummond. That was pathetic. And Kenny scoring a try in his first test. Sterling, Boustead. Long pass there, out to Kenny. Pass knocked down. No knock on, should be 6 to go. I haven't seen him give a 6 to go signal in any situation.
I don't think he has during the game, but the crowd behind me is making a lot of noise here. Challenge for it, they're screaming out and do something different.
Reddy, long pass to Boyd. Boyd out to Price. Price comes through a tackle. Well, it's a bit late for Drummond to get violent in his defence. He had the chance to be violent on Kenny a minute ago and let him run. They're making mincemeat of the English forwards at the moment. Through the middle. Craig Young, Kenny. Pass on the ground. Ward has it for England. Rather ironic, ball goes up. Norton. A tackle from Kenny, a good one. Ward. Nash. It's the same old thing.
I can't understand why they haven't tried cross kicks or short and through kicks for these wingers.
Nothing different. Nash.
He's caught with the ball again, Woods.
Woods, well, he's just always getting up to play the ball. He never passes. got a slow half-back, and 5'8" that's always caught in possession. You haven't got much of a three-quarter line.
Exactly, although Nash has done some clever things, but at his age and the experience, he should be letting the ball go out, and he has been doing that, but Woods has been getting through it all the time on the ball.
There's Les Dill, who's had a horror match in defence. I can't believe there's not a better centre in England than Les Dill. He's trying to come back in possession now with Brentnall. Winning the ball. Unloads nicely to Boyd. Reddy. Out there to Meninga. Out to Grothe. Straight through Drummond. But over the sideline.
Yes, the tackle managed to put Grothe over the sideline for him.
I don't think Drummond would like to see Grothe coming at him with a little bit of side space.
No. Tommy's been playing rugby league for about 5.5 years, Drummond, who's talking to me before the game. Born in Jamaica.
Feet across.
Just in front of us here, Rex.
Against Krilich.
John Nugget doing push-ups.
There's the Australian reserve forward getting warmed up. Nash. He's playing at number 15. Wood. The 33rd time getting tackled in possession.
Yes, and there was several times he could have tried to get rid of the ball then.
Reddy being told that he must release the tackled player. They're certainly not going to kick for a goal, are they? Trevor Skerrett. Ball skill today for the England side. Run into people. Nash. Gorley. Into the Australian quarter. Nash to Norton. Holding the ball up now. Long floating pass out to Wood. Unloads nicely. Goes out to Hughes. Back inside. No, he held the ball. The tackle from Price was effective. Drummond goes from dummy half, but not anywhere as Price is there. Hughes, Norton, Heron. And the Australian defence equal to the task. Last tackle coming up. Will be a bomb. Nash. Brentnall takes it. Easily into the field of play. That should have been a goal line drop out to Australia. They should have picked him off. Australians are a little bit bunched at the moment as Krilich gets it away. Reddy on the burst up towards the quarter line. Krilich weaving, dummying. Beautiful pass. Grayshon sprinting away. Wayne Pearce will score a try. And look at him go. The referee might tackle him, but that's the only one. The Krilich move. Grayshon involved. The embarrassment continues. The Lions' tail being twisted with a vengeance. Wayne Pearce comes up with a easy try. Well, watch the replay. It was actually Krilich who initiated that move, and the paltry England defence again being found wanting. There's Krilich. Straight through the tackle of Wood. Unloads nicely to Grayshon, who couldn't believe he's broken into the clear. Still managed to skip away, and a nicely timed pass to Pearce. And that's the way it happened in Hull City. Making it 35-4. We're starting to look at the statistics of the highest test score. Meninga successful, 37-4. England forwards who won't allow the three quarters the ball. Boyd. Picture tells the story. Boyd retaliated for what I thought was illegal play against him, but England come up with a penalty. Drummond down there, but the tackle came too quick. Nash. Still England in possession. That's the replacement Heron, who's added a little bit of vigour to this side, a little bit of straight running. Nash. Gorley into a gap but couldn't unload. Australian defence has been pretty near ironclad. Grayshon. 2 and 3 defenders there every time. Ward from dummy half. The crowd don't like that. Nash, nice flick on the inside to Grayshon. It's only about 3 yards out. Reddy the marker. Long floating pass out to Wood, who comes back on the inside. Now that's the 6. Need I say Price was the tackler again. Scrum going down just underneath the Australian goal post. Australian ball. Sterling. Weaving run, about 10-yard gain. Price now dummy half. Reddy. Big hip. Kenny. Rogers. Lovely pass to Krilich. Out to Grothe. Put the glasses down. They'll never catch him. Well, Drummond does. And that's a great effort. Great cover. Let's see whether Australia can go on with this. Meninga loses the ball over the line. Boyd was there, but just too late. And we've got to give our rap there to Drummond, a very determined effort at a tackle and a flying Eric Grothe. Fairbairn slowed him down just a fraction, and Drummond was there. Here's a replay of that again. Well worth watching. Grothe, hair flying in the wind, looking for the big fence. There he goes. Fairbairn's the man that he went round first. Now watch Drummond. He's stuck like a limpet there, wouldn't allow himself to be pushed off. Back to the action. Heron, I would suggest he's going to be in the England side next time around.
He's in the boot today in Test football.
I think there'll be a number of changes, Barry.
No doubt about that, but isn't it good to see that 3 of the 6 Australians making their debut against England today have scored tries? That's Grothe, Kenny and Pearce.
Yes. England in possession. Wood, the kick ahead and chase. Sterling, the master of that, is there. Gives it nicely to Brentnall. Brentnall can't unload. Wood, the tackler. Now Price goes for a jog. He's had a magic game today, Ray Price. But so have most of the Australians. Craig Young. Beautiful pass there out to Meninga, who was sound asleep. He was expecting Pearce to get it. Didn't have his hands ready for it.
Speaking of the biggest winning margin, as we were 5 minutes ago, it's 50-12 against England at Swinton in 1963. That's an English-Australia test. Of course, Australia won 1 against France, 56-6. Penalties this half, 4-1.
To England.
No, 7-1, I'm sorry. 7-1 to England.
Fairbairn to kick for touch. It's a nice old lump too. Ward will restart. Well, they've done that all afternoon. There's been nothing constructive at all in the England side from tap restarts. Skerrett on the burst, Grayshon on the burst, or Ward on the burst, one of the 3. No subtlety. Australia about 10 yards out from their line now. Norton unloads to Dill, who's picked off nicely. He was half into a gap. It's Norton again. Nash. Grayshon. Pass out to Drummond. Drummond's not going anywhere. He's taken, but gets a pass back into Fairbairn. Ball on the ground. Brentnall arrives with the ball. England player may be hurt there. That's Heron, the replacement. Moving it out along the line now. Norton switches back on the inside to Wood. Wood showing a bit of acceleration on the Australian quarter. Heron receiving treatment now by the English trainer. Ward. Trevor Skerrett. Norton. Grayshon. Hughes. Fairbairn takes the tackle. Had a man unmarked on the outside. One would have thought he could have got a pass away. Penalty to England. Drummond loses the ball. The referee's lost control a little bit there. The penalty should have been retaken because the Australian players had retired to the goal line. Drummond actually got over the line. Again, none of the Australian players have retired, so the tap should have been taken again. It should have been another penalty to England.
What's Grothe? Grothe knocked the ball out of his hand then, or the referee would have allowed the try.
Anyway, it's a restart on the quarter line by Australia. Krilich, Grayshon.
That's 7 minutes.
With about 7 minutes to go. Australia holding this commanding lead and seem to have slackened off just a little bit the last 7 or 8 minutes, although they've been without possession. Reddy did well to catch that. Sterling did. England back in possession. Ward. And again a penalty to England for inside the 5. Grayshon. They're only going one out, the English forwards, and they're just becoming easy marks for the Australian defence.
Yes, the 2 or 3 times that Drummond's had the ball this half, he hasn't really had much room to move, and that's why it surprises me they don't try those diagonal kicks to turn the Australian defence around.
And a lack of imagination. Norton. Tackle on the Australian quarter. Wood. Drummond right between his legs.
It's like home in Jamaica, he was clean bowled.
Right between his legs. Wood. Ward. There's Fairbairn, the fullback, making an inroad. Midway between the Australian quarter and halfway. Ward. Nash. Nicely on the inside to Hughes, back to Nash. Top tackle there from Kenny, put him away. That's the 6th.
Only about 5 minutes or so to go.